Eddie.
Well, good evening, everybody. Happy Halloween! Hi.
Wait, that's what we're here for?
I mean,
Yes,
we're here for
Donkey
other
Kong.
reasons. We're here for other reasons. It's just, I don't know, stars align or something like that.
I just lost a bet. That's why I'm wearing this.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Oh,
You're right.
Kev.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's also believable.
good evening,
too.
everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Quick top of the stream announcement. Much like the last time, we will not be having battle bards tonight, so we will not be having any additional soundscape or music to accompany our wonderful performances tonight. They just seem to be having some glitches on their end, so we will soldier on without it. They rolled a natural one, and we will roll with it.
We'll just keep making our own music like last time.
No.
When I was downloading that video to have it be uploaded for YouTube later, I was cracking up because I just hit download and then I walk away because it takes a while, and all of a sudden I hear Matt going do 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 do, and I'm like, what the fuck did Matt show up at my house? And then I
Don't worry about
realized
it.
and then I realized it was the video, because then I heard me being all boop, 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 boop.
Yes.
It was fun. But I thought Matt showed up
Alright.
one day at my house.
He's haunting you. Lovely.
I'd
Lovely
let him
stuff.
in, it'd be fine. I'd be like, oh, hey, what's up?
All right, so I did a quick little perusal of all the character sheets. There was only one person missing inspiration, so
Oh, shit.
congratulations, Fig.
Gee, I wonder why, though.
Hey, yes, Fig.
Uh-huh.
Would you be so kind as to give us a recap from last session? It should be easy for you.
Only fitting. I
be
started a fight. And I won. Well, kinda. No, so we set off as a group with Galad to go find Palando, which still makes me think of Bailando with Enrique every time I hear his name, which is amazing. I love it. Yeah. Anyways, so we went to find Pseudo Enrique, and but as we set out.
Do you want this inspiration or not?
Yes. Yes. Anyway,
mute
so
myself
as we set out, the first break that the group was able to take off the horses, Fig took it as an opportunity to demand a sparring match from Galad, and Galad was kind of like, seriously now, and she just gave him the good old Fig stare, and that was that, and they started. And yes, the yes, the good old Fig stare that I cannot do. Anyways, so fighting ensued, and it got, I'll say, real messy real fast, because it became very obvious that Fig was hella pissed off and just letting out steam and everything. They were also using their real weapons, so like, you know, people were getting hurt a lot. That's the fastest I've seen Fig's hit points go down, so that was fun. Getting there. Yeah. Shit, that's right. I still need to take a short rest because I think that's where we left off. But anyways, so things got out of whack, especially when Galad seemed to fall into some sort of darkness type thing. Little hard the outside doesn't just quite know yet what happened. And in that like vampiric darkness or hold or whatever that he fell to, he ended up charming Cirion to join his side and attack Fig also, which thankfully and ironically enough did not work. And also thankfully, Cirion was able to get out of it the next round. So good old Cirion was like, nah, my friend, and broke out of it like the strong man he is. What else?
Strong?
Yes, Donkey Kong. So fighting kept ensuing, and it just got nasty. And once Galad broke free of that kind of hold that was over him, he just started freaking out, and Fig was still mad. And the fight ended with Galad just telling Fig to just finish him, to just kill him, and she couldn't do that, and she stormed off. And Cirion stayed put to give a pep talk to Galad in his own way, especially in relation to past sins, and trying to be redeemed from them and everything. And Malvhor followed Fig and was just the perfect friend and father figure moment to just help her get through the grief, the sorrow, and pain of seeing someone she holds dear to have changed so much that it's hard for her to figure out at the moment. So after some time of everyone kind of winding down from that fight, Malvhor and Fig returned to the group, and Galad and Fig agreed to, start with second chances with each other, and go from there, and try again, and accepting that things are different, and hopefully they can both overcome the differences moving on. And that was basically it, because it was a good long fight, and then lots of amazing role playing that I thoroughly loved and enjoyed as a player. And that took the whole session. So we set back off to keep journeying after all of that. And I'm pretty sure we left off about to take like a short rest or something, like as a quick 30-minute to hour recoup before sitting back on horses and going on.
Yeah, pretty much.
I tried to add as much detail as possible, other than I fought someone and it was scary fun.
There's nothing wrong with more detail. It will always be welcomed.
It was scary fun, though.
Fig had a standoff with her childhood friend Galad, which quickly turned to a legitimate skirmish. Galad seemingly lost control of himself, and the other fellowship members began to intervene, one of which intervened on behalf of Galad, not by his choice, though briefly. The fight eventually ended as Galad regained control of himself, and left the two, Fig and Galad, to sort of sit with their own thoughts and process what just happened. They both had a separate pep talk from two other fellowship members, and left on relatively new terms of how do we proceed, as clearly the past is no longer what is, and things have changed between both of you and individually. So that's where we'll pick up tonight. You can definitely take your inspiration. Thank you, Fig. No bonus trivia tonight, as you all are stocked up on inspiration. So there will be no trivia questions from last session. But with that, I believe we last left off with the night ending, and you were all camping out in your journey thus far.
That's right.
The first watch was taken by Galad and Locke, though for the most part, the evening goes without interruption. You all sleep as soundly as you can beneath the stars for the night, and come to the next morning. If you definitely choose to use this as a short rest along the journey, you most certainly can.
Die.
I will get back the one gift die I spent.
Yeah. However many short rests you'll get throughout this journey, well, that is up for debate. So go ahead and spend your hit dice, Fig, or anyone else who may have taken damage, which I don't think anyone else did.
I think it was just me, and that's fine.
Finally, not me.
I'm glad, but
Yes, I
yeah.
have taken care of his hit dice already.
Wabop. Ooh, wabop. Wabop.
That fight
Okay,
wasn't so
hold on.
bad. I didn't get hurt at all.
neither. For once.
I was watching
Got
my
the miracle
numbers
in
and
of
I was like, oh shit, this is fun. All right, where am I now? 14. Oh no, I'm gonna need way more.
Kind of like me in sparring class sometimes when I'm seeing like two students go at, like, oh shit, they're actually fighting now.
4. Shit. I knew this was coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please roll higher.
While Fig is rolling her hit dice, the next morning comes as the sun peaks over in the eastern horizon.
This is fine.
Though the morning is definitely chilled. A very fresh autumn breeze pulling through in the morning. You can see the dew and even sort of like hovering off of the water nearby, the remnants of a rolling fog from the evening. But the morning comes and you all come to and do whatever morning routine you see fit prior to setting off for the day. But the morning is yours. What would we like to do?
Does anybody have any plans to fight each other today? I just would like to plan my schedule around that,
Are you offering?
if possible. I'm more of a entertainer than a fighter.
Fighting can be entertaining.
I was just going to say that.
To a certain clientele.
Cirion just kind of waves his hand and be like, yep.
I don't think today. At least, not by me.
It took me a second to realize you were answering my question and not making a declarative statement.
Me or...
Fig.
Okay.
Well,
I was what? I was answering your question.
yeah, you were, and I still waking up. Took me a second to realize you were answering my question. That's all.
Oh.
But I think we've burned enough daylight. We should hit the road, or yeah, we should hit the road. You know, not a hard time on our destination, but
Onwards and upwards.
dilly-dallying isn't going to be helpful.
Yeah.
Are you all always this quiet in the morning?
Takes me a little bit to wake up.
Usually we don't say anything. Usually we just pack up in silence and continue our journey.
You are perhaps the weirdest people I've met.
You know, that means a lot coming from you.
To be perfectly fair, I'm normally checking to see if he's still alive in the morning.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 shot at this point, right? Just flip a coin.
That's why you walk over and check his wrist.
I promise I'm done dying for the moment. I don't know if the mic was picking that up, but I was literally choking.
It was not. You were choking in silence, Locke. I appreciate you.
Perfect.
I appreciate your
only see a
manners.
cat, so you could be doing so many different things right now, and I will only see a cat. Anyways.
Time to push those boundaries.
Well, I'm gonna mount up
Cat's
on.
eyes twitching.
I'm gonna mount up on Duster.
Gross.
Well, now that that's out of our system.
Yeah? Yeah, I'll do it immediately. Locke, you lose inspiration.
Okay. That's fair.
I have lost inspiration once as well for being a brat.
I apologize. In this case, this is me finding humor in near death. So bear with me.
We all have our coping mechanisms.
I will hop on Wild Step. Glad has his own horse, right? I think that was established last. Cool.
Mm-hmm. A black horse.
Barn.
He's so edgy.
Oh god,
He is
damn,
edgy.
cool.
It was the only horse the Avari had. What was I supposed to do? Walk?
I'm just making an observation. It's not just the horse. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. But onward and upwards, like Cirion said. Locke, you know the way. Guide us.
Anybody else see the cat?
What?
The cat.
What cat?
I don't know.
Okay,
I guess I'm drinking.
done
much.
choking again. Apologies. Okay, so yeah, as I'm terrible at maintaining character at the moment, simply because the world tried to kill me today. Sorry, it's how inappropriate, at least. Yeah. Where do we need to head from here?
Well, you guys recall that you made your way out from the Avari caverns and headed north, back up towards the river. You're probably only a day out from the Avari, so you're still up on your northern trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Unless there's a decision to reevaluate your pathing.
We all were present and we all agreed to this path.
After much deliberation from Matt.
It was a group effort.
It was a group effort.
Very well then. Let's continue.
Keep an eye out for any
Alright.
Wainriders.
Let's see. Okay. All right. You all mount upon your horses and break down camp. Not necessarily in that order. Now that I say it out loud.
No, I'd like to think we do it in that order.
No big deal.
And move with the morning sun heading north as it continues to rise in the east. You trek across the open fields that have the long, tall grasses and the rolling hills of the Dorwinian countryside. And you do feel the breeze sort of growing stronger and stronger. It still warms up throughout the day, but it's definitely taken a turn into the autumn season in this
Ooh.
region of Middle Earth.
Yay, it's my favorite season.
It's your favorite season, and this is a little narrative nod onto how much time has passed since the campaign started.
Wait, what season did the campaign start? Was it spring?
It was spring.
Oh, shit.
Winter's
Funny
coming.
what happens when you make. Funny what happens when you make a back and forth trips that take several weeks
Mm-hmm.
Heh.
and never stop.
Did we summer in the Greenwood?
Yeah.
Oh, we did!
That is
Yep.
that was a nice vacation.
Technically, I met a girl over the summer.
Ronald does not count.
Why you gotta take things from me?
I don't understand. That's not taking something from you.
You
We had a
have
moment.
just about as good a chance with your man crush.
It's been a minute since I thought of him.
It's probably
Oh,
only
yeah.
been a few hours since Cirion has.
Damn it! I was gonna make the joke.
You gotta be quicker on the draw there, Cirion.
I was waiting. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it. When was the last time we talked to him? I don't remember.
It was right before we were about to ship off with pirates, I think.
Yeah,
Oh.
right before we were supposed to leave.
Oh, yes, I helped you buy wine for him. Did he like the wine?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you're gonna have to ask the next time we see him.
Yeah.
And maybe you can spire the next time you see him.
Not saying no.
Oh no.
I want to point out to y'all how fucking scared I am to do that now, because if I do that, I am turning off chat for that whole thing. I can't look at that and then look at you fucks and then try and role play.
That's why I started laughing, because I just remembered what Matt and I did during the first time.
Yeah, then I read back through it and I was like, I hate you all.
It was so fun.
Some things are just meant to be.
Why do my characters find the love? Anyway.
What is that?
Malvhor can apparently certainly teach you how to spar if you need advice.
Indeed, I have.
As long as he's at least brought life back into the world.
I have proof. I have evidence that I have successfully spired.
Ladies, gentlemen, I would like to take this moment to say that he just in character finally admitted it.
Oh fucking hell!
I mean, we've all
we just did. I should say.
Yes, we've
There's
all
no illusion.
We've all thought about it. We've alluded to it, and I've had a long time to think on it, and I've accepted the fact that it probably is my child, but it does at the end of the day, it doesn't strictly matter as long as I'm there for the both of them. That's what matters.
Wait, that's what... Oh, never mind. I understand now.
But Goldwyn is a long way away from here.
Malvhor, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Who's ready to get ambushed? I've never. I'm always lookout, but I never succeed on the perception checks. Oh!
What happened?
Natural 20!
You want to use inspiration on that?
No, I'm not going to use inspiration on it.
Somehow gets 22.
21. Over the course of a few days heading further north, most of your journey is calm and uninterrupted. The weather seems fine. And you get closer and closer to the region where the village where you met Arason is a few miles off west, but you at least are familiar with the area that you've immediately been to. Following Locke's lead, you all sort of readjust your routes to start heading in that direction to make for the river and then swing out about 3 days around that spot on the map that Malvhor and Cirion noticed back at the Wainrider camp. But as you're making that trajectory, Malvhor, you look out into the east near the river, where the river would meet the sea, and you see billows of black smoke in the far distance.
I'll point it out to the rest of the party, and I'll say that doesn't look good.
I
It
don't
looks
know
better
if
than you
they'll be
ever known.
friendly.
With a natural 20, Malvhor, it's still miles and it looks very faint, like upon the horizon, but it is definitely in the direction of where that location would be of one of the forts or strong points that were marked on the map.
Whatever that outpost on the map is, it's right where that smoke is.
What time of day is it?
Probably about midday.
Okay.
You feel like going spirit bed one of these nights?
Yes, I can do that once it hits night.
How many forms do you have now? I'm only aware of the bear.
It's just like different flavors of bear.
Oh,
I just see the spirit bear going through. I'm so happy because I'm a gummy bear. Gummy bear. It's caught.
I would scream,
yes,
but
it's
Yeah, right.
it's just one bear, but I guess there are different ways to use it now. I don't know. It's complicated.
in reality, there's only 2 types of bears. That's far as I know.
I do not want you to finish that sentence.
Too late. It's already finished. That was the end of it. Well, as long as we steer clear of the smoke, I think we'll be fine. It seems to be stationary and a ways away.
We will keep alert then.
Indeed, that is my job, and nothing will surprise us while I am on watch.
Malvhor, I have to say, the fact that you could see the smoke in the distance is already just such an improvement upon your usual.
I know, right? It's like I'm a new person. It's like I got new eyes.
Man,
So
that
we've
would've been-
gone from we're now a grave robber in multiple senses of the word. Are you
just picturing
somehow
the
finding
shining
ways
gun
to
in his eyes.
steal other limbs and body parts now?
I won't
Oh,
spill
God.
my secrets.
That would have been the best narrative description of Malvhor just decided to have glasses all of a sudden.
Yeah, that is wonderful.
That's his
You-
costume change
you-
for
you
50
just see-
episodes.
you
Is,
just
I'm
see
just gonna
m-
wear glasses now.
Yeah, you just see Malvhor pull out a pair of glasses that he's never worn. He wipes them off, puts them on, looks in the distance toward the smoke, and says, "Yeah, that's a good ways off." And then he takes them off, and he says, "Man, I really hate wearing my glasses," and he puts them back.
God.
Well,
Oh, man.
with that pointed out on the horizon, you all continue on, making for the river. You come to a narrow part of the river and find a bit of a wooden single file path, small wooden bridge that bridges the gap between the north and south sections of the Dorwinian. You cross over it and mostly still notice nothing remarkable. There doesn't seem to be any Wainrider patrols or raids, no massive amounts of movement within the fields. Fairly smooth sailing up to this point so far, but you are maintaining that 3-day berth from the marked location. You spend nights on the road, getting your rests in as you go, but following the pathing that you were desiring to take. Next one morning, you continue on eastward, now changing off how you were progressing through, now making a direct line for the forest in the far east.
So I know the 2 Gondor men have seemingly found love. I'm curious, Locke. I actually was sitting on that for a bit, waiting for a breath to take.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see where that came from.
I wanted to keep the RP going back then, and I was like, I'll just wait.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. Well played.
Sorry.
I only started because it fell silent.
No, it's fine, and I don't want to interrupt, so I was just like, oh, whatever. I'll just
Well, you
be
need
random.
to interrupt me because until you tell me you're going to do your spirit bear thing, I'm just going to keep narrating.
Oh shit! Oh, okay.
Yeah! God.
I already forgot about Spirit Bear because I was hung up on ask about love. Cause why not?
I mean, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken,
for starters, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
No, I was going to ask if you have someone or if there was someone in the past.
Whoops.
But if that is
his pass is so long, you can write textbooks on it.
if that is too forward, then you don't have to.
Oh, none whatsoever. It's just not something that there's really been time for, despite the fact that I've easily cleared 20 of Malvor's lifetimes at this point.
I mean, you're Noldar, right? Aren't you as old as nearly the ground beneath your feet?
Hmm?
Or am I imagining things?
Oh, you must be imagining things.
Yeah, I usually do. That happens a lot.
I was really expecting Brian to force a roll on that.
What?
But going back to Fig's question, I have noticed there's a thing between you and Nethel.
Things?
Yeah, I'm old enough. I can pick up even on the subtlest of hints. And there's definitely something there if you just if you nurture if you nurture it, it could bloom into something more precious.
If you had any idea the number of times that woman has nearly killed me, intentionally and otherwise.
That's just
I
flirting.
don't know that we'd be sharing that same opinion.
That's
in the
just
grand scheme of things.
flirting. That's just how she tells you she likes you.
Malvhor, it took you the better part of 2 seasons to admit that your child wasn't a bastard. I don't want to take love advice from you.
I mean,
Could be worse. You could be taking it from me.
Is it my... Yeah, never mind.
Honestly, the only one of you halfway qualified at this point is Vig. And that's sheer wisdom, not necessarily experience.
I hardly qualify.
Well, then take that as my vote of confidence in the other 2 here. I would absolutely trust you before either of them. We've got one that can admit his feelings, and one that... I'll let you decide which is which.
Finish that one?
I don't know. Which one are you, Cirion?
Depends where the fuck you're going with that.
Whoa, it sounds like we're about to have another fight on our hands.
Sounded like I was gonna say. Donkey Kong's ready.
The only reason I will not do that and meet that challenge is this will be the one time Kevin rolls well. And I do not need that in my life right now.
I feel like we've strayed
I'm
to...
not challenging to a fight. I'm just wondering what the hell.
I feel like we've strayed to a bit of a touchy subject. How about we just leave it be for now? Love finds us all, whether we like it or not. And it is our own private affair what we do with it once we have it. I see the sun is getting low. Perhaps we should look for a place to set up camp.
That might be just your cataracts at this point.
It'll make me get my glasses back out again.
I can go bear tonight and take a look.
His ass-kicking glasses.
I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna start rolling nat 20s.
I was gonna say, hold on. Let me just get these on. Okay, now try to hit me. I'm ready.
Spectacles of loaded dice.
Yeah. It gives me like Road to El Dorado vibes at the beginning of the movie with the loaded dice.
I got to put them on. They're bifocals,
Fucking
so
love
then
that
I gotta
movie.
look down my nose at whatever I'm reading.
Such a good movie.
Sounds like we're breaking camp, or breaking
Yes.
camp.
I'm gonna go bear.
All right. How do you do that? Would you like to walk us through it?
Once camp is set up and everything, and it's gotten the sun's gotten low enough to hit nightfall. Fig will set herself by the fire, so she's in the middle of the camp, and she'll sit and kind of situate herself like she's about to meditate, but instead, as she takes that first deep inhale in and closes her eyes, there seems to be like kind of a like shimmer that happens around her, and then kind of exits from her, and there's this kind of ethereal dream bear thing that shows up. Entity, sorry, that shows up. I lost my words for a second, and then I'm going to be Dream Bear, and I'll set out toward where we saw the smoke.
Okay. So as you see this ethereal creature take shape, sort of manifesting from the center of Fig's body and taking shape into the world, it looks around and sort of sniffs the air and heads out in a southeasterly direction in the night. Gets probably about a few steps and begins to like shimmer away and disappear into the night, leaving the rest of you back at camp. Fig,
Hi.
your bear form can travel up to 3 days, or to a location 3 days away.
Mm-hmm.
So in the night, using the ethereal night, you sort of move through at a quickened pace, out of body, across the plains, sort of skimming the tops of the grasses and shifting from trees and roads to the point where the bear remanifests itself on a small hillside overlooking this structure along the sea. Mostly appears to be in the night. Appears to be it was once a small encampment or no, probably more along an encampment similar to where you guys rescued the abductees a few days ago. There is some smoke still billowing from within the camp, though it is reduced from a black to more of a gray. And you see some marks along the ground of small fires still sort of scattered about. Go ahead and give me a perception check from where you are.
Okay.
Yes, it is night.
I know. I know. This time I don't
It's
need
dark.
to laugh. Dark. Oh, that was close-ish. 23.
Okay. 23. You see most of the wooden fencing is charred, and for the most part, barely standing. There is what looks to be the remnants of a yurt that has been completely engulfed in flame and burned away. The only thing you see remaining is sort of like its skeletal structure. But what's most interesting is sort of originating from the south end and cutting through the encampment out to the other side is this deep scar across the land, this black, maybe 5 to 8 feet of across of just burned away earth that stretches the entirety of the camp.
Does it look man-made?
Do you get closer?
I will sneak closer.
Sneak. Stealth check, please.
Sneaky, sneaky.
See what happens. There. What'd I get?
A
What'd I get?
natural 20.
Natural 20.
Let's
I'm a sneaky bear.
go.
Total of
Afraid to roll
25.
tonight.
We're taking
Total
all
of
your luck
25.
away.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sneak
I'm just
bear,
gonna log
sneak
off for the night.
I'm doing the Baldur's Gate 3 bear crouch and just like
Let's see here. Okay. You definitely sort of even in like the spirit form, you're still appearing in this world, and you appear to most eyes as a regular bear. So you sort of take that into account, and you try to blend in naturally to your surroundings, and you sort of seek low and move through like the more taller grasses of the field to try and inch closer to the encampment. Are you going? Where are you going?
I want to get closer to the scorched part of land to investigate.
Okay. You inch closer down towards the encampment and get to like the one edge of the scorch mark that extends past the one of the walls, maybe about 10 feet or so. And you begin to take a little looky-loo at that. Go ahead, and you wanted to know if it was man-made?
Yeah, or unnatural, I guess might be a better word, but hopefully you get what I mean. I guess the first question would be did someone cause this, like by throwing torches or something? Like, did someone set fire to the camp?
Okay, if that is what you're trying to discern, I would ask for an investigation check.
Okay, yeah, that's
or a nature check to see if it's just natural. One of the two.
I'll do nature.
Oh yeah.
No yawning.
Sorry, apparently sitting outside in the cold, really passing candy out to children really took it a lot out of me. 18.
18, you look through the dark soil and soot that has sort of been left behind by whatever came through here. In the immediate vicinity of where you're searching, you don't see any sort of burned away torches or oils or grease or anything like that would have caused something to just catch flame. The direction of the whole mark is seemingly too perfect, too symmetrical. It seems like it was controlled and aimed. And as you're searching through it with that perception at 23 earlier, you do see within the camp, you initially hear it sort of like rustling, which probably didn't come through Discord at all, so fuck that.
Heard it.
I heard
It
it.
did a little bit.
Cool. Wow, Discord's up in their game.
It's not what I'm dying on the other side.
You hear that first, and you peer around, and you see dotted inside are about 3 dragonets that appear to be feeding on remains.
Awesome. Am I able to make the assumption that either one of them or something like them but bigger maybe caused that scorch then?
You can certainly assume whatever you want.
Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so there are 3.
You can make like a shadow lore check or a nature check to see if you might know what did this.
Sure, I'll do another nature. Why not? What'd I get? 19.
19, just to know that this is not a natural occurrence of fire, and this was definitely a creature that probably produced it in some fashion, but beyond that,
Good enough. So then does it look like people either got burned to death or just escaped? Like there's no one left, it's just the dragonets?
You only see dragonets. You can go inside the camp further.
Okay, I'll try to keep sneaking around and looking to see if I can find anything of interest and try to avoid their attention.
Okay. Anything of interest?
Yeah, like if there are any bodies to glean more of if this was just an attack by them, or I don't know if there's like Or if there's like a yurt that looks like Yurt Command with fun missives or something I can take back, or...
Well, fun fact, Spirit Bear can't transport physical items back.
Oh, did we? Oh, poop. Okay.
It is a spirit.
So, but I can physically interact with stuff, but I can't carry it back.
To an extent.
Gotcha. Okay.
You looking inside as you sneak in further, most of everything in here is absolute destruction.
Gotcha.
There are corpses, there are mostly skeletons, and there are charred away bodies that the Dragonets are sort of gnawing into.
Okay. Then
looking at the camp itself, you definitely recognize it as a Wainrider camp.
okay. I'm just going to sit myself somewhere that's still hidden to watch the Dragonets, because I want to see them leave when they're done and which direction they leave.
Okay.
To see if they're heading into the direction that we are heading also, or if they might, in case if that means we might run into them later or not, if that makes sense.
So you stick around and you observe the Dragonets sort of meander about the camp and taking their pickings that they can find. You hang around for 30 minutes. 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours,
I can wait
3 hours.
until Spirit Bear goes poof.
What's the time limit on it?
That's a good question. What are you called? Night goer. Any harm suffered while traveling in spirit form is transferred to your body. Yes, I know this.
Mm-hmm.
Once you use the ability, can't. Blah 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 blah. No. Your spirit form takes the appearance of a full-grown bear. Thank you. It is visible to onlookers and leaves tracks on the ground. Good to know. I think I forgot that part. While you're outside your body,
I'm a bear.
any action you attempt is resolved using you. I'm until sunrise wakes you.
Okay.
So it's like a weird dream state that I'm in until
you voluntarily end it, or you naturally
just wake up.
Okay. You do hang around for several hours, and you notice that eventually they don't move on. They actually curl up and settle down for the night.
Great. Okay. Does it... Okay, last question. Covering my tracks, literally. Does it seem like the tracks that are around on the ground does it look like they pretty much only belong to them, or does it seem like there might be more of them around and those three just stayed back?
Give me a survival check. Because this is a chaos of a scene, and there are tracks everywhere.
I figured that much.
Some of it, so the DC is pretty high.
Well, I got a 16.
16. You, in the chaos of the encampment, a lot of what was here has been either destroyed and burned away. You do see deep horse hooves that are just scattered all about, seemingly aimless in all directions. Couple of humanoid footfalls that are hard to track. Even the Dragonets' claws are getting muddied in the chaos. But what you do notice, because it is fairly hard to miss, is that there is definitely large feet prints embedded into the earth that spread out and appear to be a giant claws.
Do they look like bigger Dragonet claws?
They look much bigger.
Cool. I think I've seen enough.
Fact, as you see this, you hear in the distance
Oh fuck! Don't find me! Don't
You
find
sort
me!
of look
I'm just a bear.
look up as you're about to sever that connection
Oh.
and return to your body. You look up in sort of the full lit moonlight that takes a bit of an orangish hue to it. The outline of a large shadowed wingspan in the night, and then you immediately come back.
Right. That was me waking up, right?
Because you made the decision as I was narrating that you've seen enough, I took that as you were about to sever it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, just making sure it wasn't like an involuntary
No.
untether. Okay.
No.
Cool. Okay. So the sun's rising, or not just yet?
You probably got a few more hours. You did not let the natural sleep wake you. You chose to end it.
Gotcha. Okay. Is anyone taking watch right now?
No, it was never established.
Oh shit.
We usually don't establish I don't think we usually establish a watch every night
No.
in a journey, but
That doesn't count as. Does that count as me resting or no? Like, if I continued watch, am I gonna suddenly gain a point of exhaustion or
You
something?
technically had to be sleeping for that to work.
Okay, so I was asleep. Then, I'll just watch until everyone starts to naturally wake up. Keep
Okay.
watch. What is Galad doing?
He appears to be awake, but he is off to the side a bit alone, with his sitting on the ground, legs crossed, with his eyes closed.
Okay. I'll just kind of shuffle myself out of that seated position at the fire, which I'm sure is gone by now, and I'll just rest against the trunk of a tree, and I'll keep watch, but also be at a point where I can have a nice view of the sunrise.
Okay.
And just keep to myself for now.
Rest of the night goes fairly unremarkably as the sun eventually does come, and everyone comes to for the morning.
I slept very well last night.
I had the most pleasant dream. Anyone else?
Did you have that dream again, Cirion? The one you were telling me about.
I mean,
Yeah,
you spent half the night yelling for bottle.
So, yeah, that one, yeah.
Well, how'd everyone else sleep?
Not with Bardor, but okay.
Well, we'll fix that someday, lad.
I better fucking stop, otherwise I'm gonna be in a very interesting situation.
I think it's too late for that.
Yeah,
You sleep, don't you, Locke?
I kind of cheat sleep.
Cheat sleep.
So elves retain full consciousness of their surroundings and only need 4 hours.
Yes. How was your 4 hours of cheat sleep, Locke?
Perfectly fine. And then I spent the next 4 hours trying to figure out what was going on with Vig, what was going on with Galad, and why Cirion was continuing to moan another man's name.
damn it.
That camp is destroyed.
Oh?
Oh.
Whoa, really?
Those
3 very different tiers of reactions.
those scaly, fiery creatures we came across before. They were there. 3 of them.
Dragonets?
Yes. They seem to have taken out the entire Wainrider camp there.
Well, I guess that's
Oh shit.
good for us. I mean, the Dragonets are a dangerous enemy.
There's more, though.
It always is,
When-
unfortunately.
When we last fought them, and we ran away with more at the end out of fear of a parent or a guardian or larger version of them showing up, that there's one there.
So, like, a big dragonet.
Flying, yes.
Does that just, at that point, is that just a dragon?
Probably. Point being is, I don't think that camp will be a concern, but having said that, there are likely different concerns with it.
I feel like deep down, we all knew, whether we wanted to admit it ourselves or not, that there were things bigger than dragonets. I've dreamt of them, but the prospect of being so close to one does not fill me with anything but dread.
No, I recommend we keep our eyes to the sky as we keep going.
That
Oh,
is a
good.
solid recommendation. I will do that, and in fact, I will pull out my glasses to do just that.
Are glasses now canon?
Yeah,
Here.
glasses are now canon. Up to this point, he just has felt he hates wearing his glasses. Never felt a need to use them. Now things are getting serious. He's breaking out the glasses.
Wynn also invented coffee.
Technically, he didn't.
Fine. He introduced coffee.
Yes, he got it from the south.
Next, you're gonna tell me Wynn isn't a deadly assassin.
Look, I'm still mind blown by that twist.
Oh yeah.
Twist.
That's-
It wasn't real.
I
Yeah, this
loved
was
it,
wasn't
though.
real. That's why I put it in quotes.
That was my favorite thing, though.
That was.
I
that
miss
was
Wynn.
fucking awesome.
I want Wynn
found
back.
me.
I want Wynn back. Can we have Wynn back? Where's Wynn?
Why did you come back to the place where they caught you?
I am too old for this shit.
I feel that sentence.
Well,
Okay, anyways.
dragon or
So,
not, we can't be turned from our path.
No.
We will just progress as carefully as we can. And out on these open fields, we might be easy prey for something that flies.
I'll look at I don't know if we asked him already, and we could have, but I'm gonna pretend we didn't because I don't remember. But I'll look at Galad and I'll ask, do you know about anything about these creatures? It's like my fucking voice goes out.
The Dragonets.
Yes.
I know that they've been brought up here from the south over the course of a long time.
Fine.
So
How
let's see.
to beat the larger ones, just in case.
Avoid them, mostly.
Hmm.
I'd rather not have to fight. Well, at least the Dragonets that are up here indicate a fire drake. I'd much rather not.
What's the difference between a dragon and a drake?
Fire drake is a type of dragon.
Oh, okay. It's not like a smaller dragon.
No, Dragonets are the smallest.
Is there like a adolescent stage between the two, or is it just dragonet and dragon?
It goes Dragonet, and then as he sort of looks up in the air, goes Dragonet, a young dragon, full-grown, venerable, and then ancient.
I'm gonna write this down. This is important information.
Luckily, in my long life, I've only ever seen Dragonets. Any knowledge I have are purely from readings in history. I believe most of the ancient dragons were killed during the War of Wrath. There shouldn't be more than a handful around.
A handful. One
that.
one is still too many. If there's one around, I'm having a bad day.
Well, there's
Recall that the War
Dragonets.
of Wrath. Recall that the War of Wrath was several thousand years ago, and they haven't been seen since.
That does fill me with some hope. But what Fig saw fills me with some dread.
Locke's just kind of poker facing at this moment.
There's very few things out east in Rune that is worth looking forward to.
Wait, Locke, you're old, aren't you? Do you have any experience with dragons or dragonets? Were you around for the War of Wrath?
How old do I look to you?
I mean, the thing with elves is you can't tell.
Spoken like one who's not spent time around our kind.
I have not. And
Regardless.
I'm also just going to point out the obvious that Locke is avoiding the question with expert skill.
Thank you for noticing.
Keep up the good work, Locke. I'll keep pestering you, but keep up the good work.
I'll do my best.
Regardless, if Galad of all people prefers to avoid than fight, then it is something to consider and stay away from.
Oh yeah, I mean, if the option is to fight a fire drake or not fight a fire drake, I'm gonna go with not fighting the fire drake 10 out of 10 times.
As much as I would love the glory, I would hesitantly agree.
There is no glory in burning alive.
Yes, but there is glory in slaying a creature, but I agree with you, Fig. Alright, don't go crazy.
I think it's interesting that just the other day, I described your fighting style, Cirion, as if you were a dragon. I said you fought like a dragon.
That's right! I forgot!
You have described it like that.
Pray that we don't have to put that to the test.
Ooh.
We'll need all the strength we have still to find the wizard.
That is our main goal. If we find one of the captains, we can take him out, but our main goal is Palando. And I think we're still a few days at least away from the forest, so nothing to do but do it and walk that way.
Let's press on then. But, like we agreed, eyes to the sky.
Eyes to the sky.
Okay. You all conclude your morning and continue on eastward along the same pathing that you had agreed upon days prior. As you move further east, you start moving into areas that have some semblance of dirt paths or dirt roads, and it seems to become less wilderness countryside for the most part. Your horses naturally steer themselves this way as it's easier on their hooves, and you keep to those dirt paths, keeping that wide berth still from that fort structure. The smoke, for the most part, has dissipated after these days, and keeping a lookout in the sky for anything nefarious flying about. Though nothing terribly catches your attention. You get maybe about another day away from your last encampment, and as you're trudging through, you come to a bit of a fork in the road, and Locke being the guide, you take a moment and look around trying to assess direction to go to make sure that you are still on the most comparable path. And Malvhor, thanks to your natural 20 earlier in this journey,
Woo!
Me discovering my glasses.
yeah, you hear
My
as you
glasses
come
help me
through-
hear.
Yeah, as you guys take a moment to rest the horses near a clop of trees and moss covered rock, and even a small like plateau off to your right, you hear the low drawn bassy sound of breathing.
Everybody, quiet, quiet, quiet. This is
You hear a couple of twigs sort of snap. At least they sound like twigs, but they almost reverberate a bit, giving a sense of probably fallen trees or something. And you hear the low rumble of something moving up off to the right behind you. And you sort of look up at the plateau, and you see this large looming shape sort of stand up, and you see it shake itself, and dust and moss goes flying around as you see these large wings sort of outstretch behind it as it opens its mouth as it yawns.
Oh my god!
It
Is
hasn't-
cute?
It hasn't seen us yet.
Cute.
Everybody,
Mal-
hide.
Malvhor, you see the coloration across the scales of these deep reds, but marks of black around the eyes and the neck, but the long protruding snout. Who crosses my domain?
Good God, it
Oh, no.
speaks.
Does it?
Oh fuck.
As it reaches its head towards the sky.
It's fine. It's Smog. No big deal. We'll just kill him
You're
now.
right.
Should we try to sneak out of its domain before it finds us? Or
As its head swoops to one side, looking around, sort of hearing the air move behind it, and looks down towards the clump of trees where you all are, still debating on what to do.
Yes, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Hello there.
Never mind. Do not keep going.
Never mind. Never mind. Just fucking kidding.
Who is this crossing the great plains of the east?
Who is he looking at? Is he looking at you? Is he looking at all
I
of
can
us?
hear you, little one.
I was speaking in player. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Malvhor.
Tell the
Ma-
difference.
Malvhor is going to dust himself off, and he's going to say, "If this goes poorly, one of you tell Goldwyn I love her." And
I should have let her know that you've dodged this long.
I'm going to step out of the cusp a little bit. And I'm gonna say, great serpent.
Oh, good.
It's good. I like
Starting
it.
off well.
Please
Keep
forgive our trespass of your domain. In our ignorance, we did not know such a noble creature ruled these lands. We come from far away. And I will give a deep bow. Can I use my discourse on the
Oh,
dragon?
You can certainly try.
So I can make a persuasion, deception, or performance check, some sort of charisma based check at advantage, and the dragon makes a wisdom save against my roll. If the dragon fails the save, it is friendly to me. If it succeeds the save, it has no effect. So is this a persuasion check?
It has to be charisma, correct?
I guess it doesn't have to be charisma. The three options it gives, three examples it gives are persuasion, performance, or deception. But if you as the DM think something's more fitting, then by all means.
I would guess if Malvhor is being sincere and he's not speaking out of the side of his mouth, then this would be persuasion. If he's just trying to pull the wool over the dragon's eyes, it would be deception.
My plan, I'll tell you my plan on the onset of this, is to flatter the dragon so it doesn't kill us as we pass by.
Just go with persuasion.
That is really low.
Do not use your inspiration.
I'm not going to use
There's
my
always
inspiration.
one lower.
Okay.
You flatter me, little one. Come, step into the light.
I will not insult our host by refusing a request, so I will step into the light.
Your friends as well. I do enjoy company.
I'll just walk up and stand next to Malvhor.
Yes, everybody, come on out. It would be rude to our gracious host to not make ourselves known. After all, this is their domain that we are trespassing in. And look at us, caught without a gift for such a benevolent host.
What kind of gift?
Clicky clacky.
In the lack of a gift, we can try conversation. It has been long since I've heard tales of your lot. Come.
I have a great many tales.
I'm eager to hear. Come, make me laugh, make me weep, make
Fucking
me
terrifying.
stand.
Oh, this is soul talking right now. I love it.
And that's where we're gonna take a break.
God damn.
And we'll come back with an audience phase.
Oh my god, this is so Tolkien-esque. I love it.
Oh, what?
Hell yeah.
I hope I...
It's hard being a ruler, but it is good to own land.
Ooh, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear.
Haste.
I'm a bear.
Pack. We need
Rise.
to leave.
I'm a bear, I'm a bear, I'm a bear. Look at me bearing around.
And latch onto you, you take 5 shadow damage.
This is not the hug I wanted. Alright, let's make attacks at him.
Roll them dice.
You missed my birthday, bitch?
Be alright, Heidi. Everything.
Gerda, I have a couple of questions.
Yes,
Take your little mouth, Gerda. You've said enough already.
Probably go up on sale tomorrow. My donut! I got it. I lost it. I dropped my donut.
Now, where do they keep mapsies? Regards.
Oh, come on! Oh, well, guess I'll just kill myself. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so I think
Are we there yet?
I think that way might work.
Are we there yet?
Kevin, you're fired.
Don't have us talk amongst ourselves then.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a role-playing game.
Beyond your years, my lady. I really wanted the bird. Someone get me a bird. Someone go on a hunt and get me a bird. Someone get me a bird. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright. Hello?
My queen, a gift from the Southlands.
That's a bird!
You're welcome, my lady. Just know which house gave that to you.
Oh my god. Chat is screaming at you now. Wow.
Said the thespian.
Meh. Meh. Oh no. Meh.
In Lindsayisms.
Audience meh. Chat meh. Oh my god.
I think you've lost it.
I need to stop doing things on stream. Adventure.
Now let's take a moment here and listen in to the teams mic'd up.
That's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Fuck you!
We're gonna get a quest from Win. What kind of shady stuff is he involved with?
The fangs of
In
smog.
my younger years, I was a master assassin. I have made lots of enemies.
Kiss
All right,
ass.
this is a send it one.
Yeah, it's a send it, but it's all about timing and finesse. Not like that, you fuck! Don't you dare, you son of a bitch! Why? Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? I'm just trying to jump to the fucking... I'm just trying to... I just wanna get up. I just wanna get up to the... Just let me get to the ledge. Just fucking let me get to the ledge. I swear to fucking God. Just let me get to the goddamn... Thank you! God! Talking about that earlier. I found the code.
Well, I want to see where it's hidden.
It was behind the gate.
Like we suspected all along.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Flying duck.
Duck.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Baked potato.
Taking a break.
Duck.
There's a pause button, you know.
Duck.
Just took a bit
Yes,
of
Those are all the clues I would have used, which is why I got really excited.
She claims that she is of a particular tribe of hobbits. What is that tribe?
Crap. Oh, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. I really gotta start taking notes. I think Brian's doing this. Start making me take notes like this motherfucker. You know what? The Green Tribe.
Incorrect.
Written
Yep.
down.
Fine, I'll start taking more notes. Fuck y'all.
Just like that. Health back. Go back. How is everyone? I'm doing. Why are they back?
You hear something.
Thank God I am half in the tank.
Can you read it?
Yes.
All right, hit me.
More than this to stop
Okay,
the
I'm gonna do my
strange
best to describe
brigade.
these. These are hard.
We hope.
Okay. Especially because I'm a little tipsy. So the first symbol is a blob with no hat. Does that make sense?
Apparently not.
And just a common tax for the patricians. Sire, no, it's poison! It's poison, you say? Ow.
Take a look at this map. Want a better look? Oh, look at that. Can I jump into this?
Gravity take over, but there's that. How the hell do I get? Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I feel like maybe I shouldn't, but every time I use my inspiration, it goes down by one.
We need a rest in peace
I'm gonna
emoji right now.
I'm gonna stop using my inspiration.
Oh, you're asleep on the job! Oh, you fool. You absolute fool. Poor fellow. Well, it'll be really unfortunate if he wakes up. Oh. Oh, uh-huh. Shit. Shit. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. He's awake. Fuck you. Go back to sleep. Fill out into fur as her whole form begins to shift slowly into one massive adult brown bear. Ooh. Rise, Vigdis Erendil, Bjornsdatter. Oh boy. And bear the name of your father, Bjorn, as you are now the matriarch of your kin, the protectors of the forest, and those that will hold this land across that. From this moment on, your people will be known as the Bjornings.
Oh shit!
I'm a bear!
I shall stand with you. Shit, you're on your own.
Salutations, listeners. My name is Professor Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. I'm known for being an educator, philanthropist, gentleman, adventurer, researcher, and now a conservationist. I wish to express my concern as of late in regards to the dwindling population of the majestic owlbear. These beautiful creatures are all too often poached and hunted by so-called adventuring parties for resources like hides, arcane focuses, foci, and experience. Here at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation, we are making a difference with our foster and breeding programs by taking in orphaned cubs? No, chicks. Juvenile owlbears. Our volunteers work closely with the owlbears in our care until they are of age and suitable for the reintroduction to the wild. Without our, and potentially your, intervention in this matter, owlbears could very well disappear from our forests. So, how can you help us in our effort in preserving the Aves mammalia? You can get involved in this effort by symbolically adopting one of our owlbear juveniles. Your donation will go straight to their support and care. Take a tour of our facilities and read our various literatures to educate yourself on this wonderful creature. Write the lord or lady of your land and encourage policies that protect such wildlife. Learn druidic magic and swear to the safeguard of the wilds and all the creatures that live inside of it, vowing to the defense against the brutal adventuring parties who go hunting for these gentle creatures in such a barbaric manner. And in that vow, you follow an ancient druidic path that eventually leads you to the spirit of the forest, and they bestow upon you the power to take back the lands that once belonged to the beast and the bird that roam upon this realm. Recycle. Please help us in this noble effort. For more information, please direct all correspondence via a sending spell to the Office of Conservation at the O'Toole Owlbear Conservation. For inquiries regarding my research, Adventuring Days, my latest publication, speaking opportunities, private lessons, book club, and knitting circle, please forward your sending spell to the office of Sir Benjamin O'Toole of the Waterdeep University and Arcane Institute. The O'Toole Conservation name, logo, and image are all protected licensure and owned by O'Toole Philanthropy. Use of this without the express written consent of Sir Benjamin O'Toole could result in legal action, a failed death save, a gentleman's acknowledgement of a worthy adversary for being outfoxed, and or loss of consortium. Side effects of druidic magic can include uncontrollable vine growth, the sun fascination of fungi, inability to revert from wild shape, body odor, an acquired taste for good berries, splinters, tanking for the party, depression, and or becoming one with the elements. The O'Toole Conservation is not responsible for anyone being maimed, eaten, killed, or disfigured by anyone attempting to approach owlbears. Please do not contact our officers with liability claims. We will cast silence. We mean it. Casting speaking with animals within our facilities is strictly prohibited except by authorized personnel. We will take legal action.
I like to point out Brian is the only one still in Halloween costume.
Yeah, he can't just.
I'm in like a quarter. I'm in a quarter of
me
it.
to wipe this
He
like
just-
over break? Just like, yeah, fuck it.
Steps off screen, peels off his
done.
skin.
I'm sorry. I'm like the rest of you fucks. I commit.
Spot the real actor, everybody. I know.
I got my headpiece right over here.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
are you-
started getting a headache, so I was like, nah.
I've worn mine all day.
Hey, I'm wearing the
just-
same thing I
right now.
started in.
I still have the
That's true,
shirt.
it's
Okay,
Matt and-
I still
it's
have the
Matt and Brian.
shirt. Wow. I'll
Hearing
just
our
fuck
excuses.
off.
You're fine, Kev. I'm still wearing
Nope.
the outfit technically too. I just took off the hat.
Nope. I'm gonna drink my glass of fuck off.
Fine.
What do we say to a dragon?
Hi, don't eat me. You're the greatest.
There, this is close enough to counting as mine, right?
Do you think it
Welcome
would
back,
go?
everybody.
Do you think it would go over poorly if I tried to kiss the dragon?
Yes.
Do it. You won't.
Yeah.
No balls.
Just
I
treat
won't.
the dragon like Grandma Wolf in Red Riding Hood. My, what big claws you have.
My, what big teeth you have! All the better to eat me with.
Matt, I will roll
Swing it like that.
disadvantage. Matt, I will roll disadvantage for a month if you do this shit.
I'm not, because that's not Malvhor and it won't work. Brian will have that dragon kill me before he has that dragon flirt with me.
On the spot.
DM, I have a proposal. I will roll disadvantage for a month if you allow this.
I can
don't
say
stop you guys from doing anything.
I can say
Consequences
whatever
are
I
just-
want.
Yeah, there's just consequences to your actions.
I just
Let me have fun, damn it.
I know the dragon's not
Stopping
DTF.
you from doing anything.
If it isn't the consequences of my own decisions.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Before we get back into this, all of you lovely people here watching us tonight, thank you for being here. Tonight is the last night to qualify for our subscriber game giveaway. That will conclude at midnight as the month of October ends. Yes, tomorrow's November. Deal with it.
Fuck.
All you have to do is subscribe to here on Twitch and you're automatically entered. And this month's game is The Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition. So go ahead and do that if that's something that interests you. And our Discord community will vote on November's in the next week once we have 3 to choose from. That should be all of our announcements. So yes, we will get back into it. We will be doing an audience phase with this so-called dragon.
A motherfucking dragon.
Reminder.
Its name first.
Reminder, audience phases are not locked into any one person like speaking, but one character will be nominated essentially to make those particular checks, so on and so forth. So just so you know. And we'll just see how it goes, shall we? Wonderful.
The way he did that with the makeup on
Yeah,
his face.
the
that was
makeup's
great.
really well done.
That was very kind of Joker-esque.
I still want to do like a demon bit with him for at least a minute so I'm not destroying his voice.
All right. So as you all sort of step out into the main road and maybe about 10 feet above up on top of the plateau, sort of their claws clutching around the edge of the rocky exterior of this plateau and just almost like cat-like hovering, not really fully standing up. They're just sort of relaxed and just sort of peering down at the lot of you with their sort of yellowish eyes gleaming over you.
Come, introduce yourselves. To whom do I speak?
I am Malvhor. I've come a long way from Gondor, and I am a storyteller and entertainer at heart. And I give another deep bow.
I love it. This is great. If we die, I'll be fine.
And I will let my companions introduce themselves.
A gentleman too.
I
He
gesture
switches.
for Fig.
Oh.
Shifts his gaze, the looming long neck just swimming through the air to look over towards you.
Fig is just standing there going like, oh fuck. And so through that just kind of like breathe and whatever kind of moment, she just goes, Fig. My name is Fig.
He sniffs the air. The head sort of comes down a little bit. It's not that close to him, but he sort of like nudges down past the plateau to sort of just get a little bit closer. There's still a good distance between the lot of you.
It looks like man, but carries the stench of elf.
I grew up as both.
Fascinating. Who's next?
I shift my eyes to Cirion.
I'll just take a step up, kind of shrug my shoulders. My name's Cirion, my lord.
Two of which short for words. Doesn't make good company.
Yes.
I mean,
Next.
do you like to drink, my lord?
You would try to drink with a dragon.
Why not?
You would.
Such petty desires of the world of men.
I'm more
next.
I have a better talk when I have a drink. Sprite takes a sip, sorry.
You'll have a better talk as a corpse.
Ooh,
Who
I wouldn't be
speaks
doing
next?
Much talking after that.
That's the point, you smartass.
Cirion, please
I
do not.
elbow Cirion.
Did you
Cirion?
see a quick spray of smoke come out the nostrils?
Cirion, you will watch your tone. This is not our home.
Sorry.
Locke.
Yeah, he's wasted on a foolish human.
Oh. Okay,
Oh.
Locke.
Greetings. My name is Locke, sir. I apologize for the lack of etiquette. The less learned here, or displaying.
We shall see how they improve. And this one.
As he motions his head and starts sniffing the air towards Galad.
Oh.
Reeks of Uruk. Fascinating company.
Whoever is going to be leading this audience phase may give a traditions check for the.
Go for it.
Does everyone want me to roll?
Please.
I'm fine with that. I feel like since you started it, at least that kind of makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
Okay.
I mean,
Like, I'm
obviously
I'm
we'll try
trained
to
in
help
it, but
participate.
You're the one that kicked this off, so
I'm also trained in it.
Yeah, traditions is purely for the introduction.
25.
I'm okay with that.
I guess it's funnier than 24.
I'm sorry, that shouldn't have been as funny as it was.
What what is what's the impression that the dragon is giving when looking at Galad and he says smells of Uruk?
Give me an insight check.
Pretty please! Insight 14!
14.
Oh, secret.
Let me just mute myself.
I'm just happy I don't have to go through the fucking pain in the ass process of trying to mute myself, mute everybody else, and then try and do it to me, and then goddamn.
That is true.
How many of us have talked to a dragon before?
Does my ex count?
Yeah, you raise your hand, Locke.
You don't know shit.
I don't.
I was gonna say it's like I want a backstory.
You'll get it. It's not quite yet the time.
It's pretty fucking good time, if any.
If it applies.
Yeah.
If his backstory has to do with dragons.
Here, I'll say this much for you, since the others can't have it. I'll give you this nice little bit. If I bring up my backstory now, we're all dying. So
cool. Neat.
I'm back! Yay!
We're gonna leave it at that.
Leave what at what?
Wow, that's a very interesting backstory Locke has. Thanks for sharing while Lindsay wasn't listening.
What the hell, dude?
How do you carry that through Middle Earth? God damn.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, are you carrying the ring? Do you have the ring?
Don't worry
I
about
don't know,
it.
do I? I'm a smith. How do you know I'm not the one that forged it?
Oh.
Because Sauron forged the One Ring.
I played Shadow of War.
Again, how do you
made
know?
Oh no! Oh no! That would be the twist of twists.
Bro, this campaign is kind of Thunderdome rules sometimes. It's like, fuck it, we're doing it.
Locke just goes, surprise, me again.
Surprise, Sade.
Okay, dragon.
Sorry. Yes. The dragon pulls his head back in and sits atop his perch. You hear the inhale from the mouth, and you see the nostrils flare as he breathes or as he exhales.
I'll excuse the very uncouth introduction from the most of you. Very short of word. Very boring. However, one of you appears to be willing to talk. So, and willing to share from Gondor.
Yes.
Haven't had Gondor before. Wonder how it tastes.
I wonder if perhaps you may have feasted upon our ancestors, because ultimately Gondor boasts itself as a descendant of Numenor, so perhaps you have feasted on some of our ancestors long ago.
You see, like the claw sort of scratch the side of a rock, like just like this, gently. Holds it, cricks his neck a bit.
No, Numenor was long beneath the waves before me.
Well, it was longer beneath the waves before even me as well. So at least we have that in common.
Tell me, little one, where do you travel?
We travel to the east. We are seeking a lost friend of ours.
Oh, a pity. One could never have too many friends.
That is a very true and wise statement, my liege.
I wonder where they may be.
Unfortunately, I do not know. I just know they are east. We are hoping to find some sign of them as we travel further in this direction. I have left a great many friends back from where I came back home. Like you said, you can't have too many friends.
Indeed. Far from home you are. Well traveled, it appears.
Yes, perhaps my liege would be interested in the tale of how we've managed to survive Shelob's lair not once but twice.
I knew you were gonna start with that one.
A fascinating tale. A web of a story, perhaps.
Indeed, and it all starts with an ill child. My
He
very
holds up
own.
a he holds up a claw.
Before we get into stories, you must understand that you trudge through my hunting grounds.
And though, as he yawns and the wings outstretch as if he's stretching his whole body, and they fold back in.
I have slept off quite the feast, so I am not terribly hungry. Though, I could be persuaded to have a snack. In lieu of this, perhaps we can have ourselves a bit of a game.
Games are fun, are they not? And I turn to my companions.
Cirion just shrugs his shoulders like, yeah, games could be fun.
It depends on the game.
Perhaps they can be fun.
All the best stories have games in them.
I'll make a deal with you.
Making me have to snort.
As a token, in the lieu of a gift, an offering, or treasure that you would bring, we'll play this game. You will share your stories under the condition that one does its best to make me laugh, the other to make me weep, and the other to give me a sense of melancholy. After each, then it is my turn. Answer my riddles. If your stories all suffice, and you're good with your wits, then I will let you go. If I don't care for the story you tell, or you answer too many of my riddles incorrectly, then my belly may begin to rumble. Do we have a deal?
I believe we do, your liege. It sounds like a most entertaining way to pass the day.
It does indeed. Now the important thing when it comes to games,
As he looks across all of you one by one, slowly scanning through the lineup.
it requires participation from all. Very well. Do any of you,
As he sort of slinks down and comes down off his perch, down across maybe about 10 feet from you on the same plane. The head and neck elongate and come out maybe about 2 feet from all of you.
do any of you have a coin?
I'm gonna pull out a piece of silver. And I'll just kind of like flash it between my fingers.
Choose a side and flip it.
Let's say just for sake, I don't know size of a coin, like in this world, but like let's say tails.
All right. We'll say a 2 is tails, 1 is heads. I'll roll a 1d2. Heads.
Oh, you're rolling. I'm sorry.
Ah, yes. It is heads. You said tails?
Yes.
First I shall go, then. Answer this first riddle. You may discuss amongst yourselves,
You love riddles. Yay.
or you can pass. But know that if you pass, that will reflect poorly on you.
Izzy stands up and sort of protrudes his chest, and he sort of arcs his neck back and leans down at you.
I am gifted to you only when I am unwanted. I have the power to kill kings or the lowliest paupers. My strength is unquestioned, and I move far and wide. Yet my power can falter from potions imbibed. What am I?
I'm gonna look at the group and I'm gonna say, I think it's a plague or a sickness.
I mean, yeah, I think it is too.
A sickness is never a gift.
But it's
Could be depending on the circumstance.
It's an unwanted gift.
He said it's a gift, but only when unwanted. Yeah. Can you repeat it?
I cannot.
I was asking as a player.
Perk up your ears, elfkin.
Just that.
You may offer up a collective guess, which means one guess. If you do, you will not be able to use a riddle check. If you do a riddle check and succeed, you'll pretty much get the answer.
Uh-huh.
Anyone trained in riddle?
I do want to give you guys a chance to, actually solve
Yeah.
it, but I know riddles are not everyone's thing. So I do want to have the mechanic built in for actually having the characters to solve it.
So I am a gift, but only when unwanted. I can take down both kings and paupers.
And it's only defeated when you imbibe a potion.
Imbibe?
When you drink a potion. I guess it could be a poison.
But I think we're overthinking the unwanted gift part.
What could be a gift when you don't want it?
A child, maybe? Malvor's a walking example. Okay, see, I'm laughing. I'm gonna whisper that to see, I got him laughing. Okay, good start. No.
No, I think we were on to it in the beginning.
I think it's a sickness or a plague or something. I don't know.
Do we want one of us want to make a riddle check just to see if we can get confirmation, or?
Yeah, we could try. I have a 3 on my riddle check.
I was about to say, you gotta remember this works both ways, though. If the dice don't love us,
Then
we've essentially guessed wrong automatically.
That's fair. I do have a +4 in riddle, so I'm not great, but
So me and Malvhor sound possibly the better ones.
I think if we all agree,
mine's a 3 too.
I think if we
Okay,
all
so
agree
Locke
on a
also.
guess, that's I feel like that's as good as rolling.
Yeah.
Are we?
I'm going with sickness.
What do you think, Locke?
I started So, like, my brain initially went towards time, but I had missed the exact
Yeah.
line there at the end, which was the fixed with a potion. So I'm in the camp of sickness as well.
I think I'm the only one that's not, but I would say that's enough to make the roll then, because that's 3 out of the 4 of us. But
So
I'm just trying to think more. A gift, but only when unwanted.
How well does Gondorian cook?
well, I'm very old, so I don't cook very well.
I don't have
You-
a wife, so I kind of have to be good at cooking.
That's not what he was referencing.
Do you have any idea, Fig, or are we just gonna just send our guest?
I am not the best with riddles. I did not care for jokes and stories like that when Northreal raised me. I'm more direct and to the point with things. So by all means, if you know, then try.
You sound
is sickness.
like a riot at...
I am not one with pretty words.
Yeah, if Locke, you wanna state our guess.
It is sickness. Or disease. Take your choice, buds.
Or plague?
Which is it?
Oh, fuck.
Sickness.
Synonyms!
Well done.
Oh, I really did overthink it. Fuck.
Yeah.
High fives
How
all
is it a
around.
gift in any way possible?
Well done. And you best
You
not
did.
use outside resources.
Is what I think it was.
I put my phone that has Google in my pocket. Malvhor does.
The tablet.
Your turn. Spin me a tale.
So I feel like Cirion could probably make him laugh again with a funny tale.
Oh, fuck you, maybe.
You know, I like like no. I am I wrong?
I don't know. I got lucky last time.
But you've done some funny things. You're a funny guy, Cirion. You let a vampire bite you. You have that.
That's actually the story I was possibly gonna go with.
I'm still sitting here trying to absorb. Oh, what? No, fuck you. I mean, I might.
You see, you're making us all laugh right now.
Would a dragon find being bit by a vampire funny?
It's all about
I
phrasing.
don't know. Y'all roll your eyes, and he's a little fucked up. So who knows?
It's all about phrasing, and I think Cirion's very good at phrasing things in a funny way. And Fig, I have you on tap for sad. I think you have sad stories on lock.
Who?
You, Fig.
What sad stories does she have on
Sad
me?
stories.
Her whole life with Galad and everything that happened. Unless
Wait,
you think you have that beat lock. I could manufacture a sad story.
Oh.
So I'm imagining that you guys are sort of like huddled in
Yeah.
a circle trying to debate this.
Yeah.
So slowly the dragon's head sort of pokes through.
If I may offer a suggestion. Based on how well the lot of you spoke earlier. I'm really not in the mood for a terrible story. Perhaps one of you can tell the story while the rest of you act it out.
Okay.
Can my body stop trying to kill me today?
Fake's face just goes into this horrible scowl of like, what the fuck did you just say?
What did he say?
It's your stories. Do what you want. It's just a suggestion.
Okay. Locke,
All right, I'll take the laugh, I guess.
Locke, are you down for acting? Me and you act out the story. I think you can join in too, but I don't know if that's your jam.
I don't. It's not. But am I still doing something sad? I don't know what's going on.
No. Right now.
You're the only one of us here with any ability to deliver a story is being requested here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's heartwarming.
Character hat off, player. You're the only one of us likely trained in performance, friend.
Yes. Okay, so.
And none of us are very charismatic.
Well, we all have to participate.
Yeah.
No, we all do need to participate. This can't just be.
So, Cirion, tell you a funny story about the vampire. The rest of us, we will act it out. I will lead the acting. Follow my lead.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Cirion's gonna pull out the wineskin, take a little drink.
Oh God, it begins.
And just goes, "You want a tale of joy, my lord? Let me tell you the joy of love lost, if you want to call it that. while we were on a trip, venturing.
I'm gonna just start miming this. I'm gonna mime the role of Cirion in this.
Fig is already rolling her eyes like crazy.
I'm going to hear Malvhor behind me, kind of like just glance behind me, and just because I'm not used to it, and go back and go. We were on a trip through a very dark cave, and we were accompanied by a very powerful yet fair maiden.
I gestured to Locke.
You could say her skin glistened in the sun, or it just royally burned.
I bat my eyes at Locke.
The dragon shifts and doesn't really pay attention to you. Like, he's not watching you, Cirion. He sort of hovers down and lets his neck come down to maybe like 2 feet off the ground and is just watching the performance while you're speaking.
Bat my eyes at Locke with his glistening skin.
With skin so radiant it may burn in the sunlight, we ventured through the cave, and we encountered the most horrible of monsters.
And I gestured to Fig.
Suddenly gonna be like,
Fig transforms into a fucking bear.
No, I can only do it for short rests. But she'll just like raise her arms out and be all like zombie walking toward Locke and Malvhor.
Cocks his head at you.
What?
And while we were engaged with said monster, the beloved took the hell of a beating, and
I'm gonna cradle Locke's body.
Fell a little limp.
He's just going with it.
And I'm gonna like mime crying out to the sky.
And
you
I was
hear the dragon gasp going,
no.
Fig just lowers her arms and walks away.
And I was so enamored that I offered my neck up for her to give me a little bit of a love bite, if you wish to call it that.
I mime pulling my shirt back.
And as she bit me, I don't think she got a good taste. She didn't quite enjoy it. She hated it so much that she proceeded to have someone kill her. It was so tragic. The worst form of a ghost that you could ever imagine. Man, I must be that bad. Let me tell you. Let me quite tell you that tale.
He shifts his head back to you.
When you say to use, that's a me or to them?
Yeah, he shifts his head back to you because he's been watching them.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of like just like lean in, like to whisper. It's like, Come here, my lord. I don't think I taste very well.
No.
Oh, yes. I mean, you see, I'm going to pull back my shirt. You see this? Who could resist that? Come on now.
You feel the heat of the breath on your neck.
See, that's already more intimacy than she gave me.
You poor soul.
You're still fucking flirting with the dragon.
Don't hate me because you ain't me. I'm gonna say that back right to Vig. Like, don't hate me because you ain't me.
Don't lose the plot now. How does it end?
Well, it ends with her fucking dying and not calling me back the next day. I'll tell you that.
A tragedy.
Quite the funny tragedy.
Malvhor is the leader of this audience phase. You can give a performance check
Woo!
on behalf of the entire group.
Oh man.
19.
Okay.
Just so I'm clear, was that story supposed to make him laugh or cry?
It was supposed
Try
to
to
be
make him
funny.
It took a turn.
It did.
I tried to make it sound like, yeah, she didn't call me back, like a punchline, but it didn't work.
To his credit, he wasn't sure what the story was going to be, so his reaction might not be what you intended.
Hey, but if you make him, if we'll see what reaction we get, and we'll just roll with it.
Yeah.
19.
You, the DM, can't not laugh. That should be a sign in and of itself.
I'm trying to internally process what this dragon's thinking right now.
Malvhor takes a deep bow as if
I
it was a large audience.
What do I think?
Why don't I just eat these fuckers?
Honestly, probably his thoughts.
Why am I doing
Accurate. Accurate.
Yeah.
Why do I
Because we
live in
have
this
very
world
limited
of
plot armor.
poetry?
Because he's bold and full, and how many times is he gonna come across an entertaining group of people?
This is Tolkien's world.
He straightens up and sits up proper, and you see the deep inhale sort of fill his chest.
Oh, you pathetic little thing. How can one not laugh at such a thing?
He's laughing because it's pathetic.
He's laughing. Shut the fuck up.
Willingly bitten by a vampire. Now I have heard it all.
So wait, that's a first?
Yes.
Cirion goes like, finally, my stupidity is played off.
I told you it wasn't a good idea.
We'll see how far it takes you.
I'm gonna get to Vig and be like, you say it's not a good idea, yet he's fucking laughing. Shut up. And I'm gonna walk back.
Well, you've done well this far. How about another riddle?
Just hear me in the back. Yeah.
This game is fun, is it not?
Oh, it is quite entertaining. The performing of Cirion's story was a lot of fun.
Oh my god.
Let me think. Perhaps something a bit more melodic. Bright as diamonds found in a cave, yet loud as thunder. It lies never still, a thing of wonder. What is it?
Lightning.
Is that your answer?
No, I'm trying to whisper to the group. Sorry, I shouldn't make that clear. Whispering to the group. Maybe lightning?
Lightning is my first guess as well off the top of my head. Loud as thunder? I mean, because technically lightning isn't loud. It's the thunder that's loud, but...
shit.
But I mean, everything else fits. It's a thing of wonder, never lies still, brightest diamonds found in a cave, and it's paired with thunder. I'm trying to think. Locke, do you have any ideas?
Sorry, kind of going over it in my head right now.
I wrote it down so I could read it again if you need it.
Yes, please.
Bright as diamond.
Sure I got the phrasing.
Bright as diamonds found in a cave, yet loud as thunder. It lies never still, a thing of wonder. What is it?
Light or lightning definitely come to mind, but I don't know.
Hey, well, we're on a roll, so you might as well just... Fig, do you have any ideas before I let Cirion loose?
No.
Okay, Cirion, it was your idea at first. Send it. Let it sing.
I'm gonna shrug my shoulders. Lightning.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
well, fuck. Are we allowed to know the correct answer now?
If you couldn't arrive at it yourself, then you're not worthy of the answer.
I had a girl tell me that once.
Your life is very sad.
Personal attack was not necessary. Not saying that in character.
Oh, it's a waterfall.
It's a waterfall.
Maybe not a
It
waterfall.
is a waterfall.
Oh.
I'm looking at Malvhor and just
Bright
go
as
like,
diamonds in a cave, the water is flowing
Got
down.
it. Oh.
You done got yourselves on that one.
That's a good one.
Nah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That is a good one. I like that one.
That's... He sort of lowers his head and you see it sort of sway back side and side with his eyes closed.
That's one. Perhaps you can make up for it. You made me laugh. Now make me weep.
I'm gonna look back to the group. Tag out.
Fig, do you want to tell the story of your entire childhood? The death of all of your the death of all of your parents and what happened with Galad, and just just end it at a sad point.
Galad's just back like 2 feet behind all of you this entire time, just going.
I could tell the story unless you have a sad story, Locke.
I think I can tell it.
Okay, if you don't feel comfortable, I can tell the story about Merwin getting sick, but that doesn't end sad, but I could make it end sad.
It just needs to be sad, but did he say it can't... Did he say it can't end sad, like he doesn't want...
It just has to make him sad. It can end in any way, it just has to make him sad.
He just said make him weep.
And weep. And your childhood is pretty sad.
Okay. I have never quite seen it as such, but I can see why others see it so.
You've had a minimum of 4 parents die on you.
Wait, 4?
Your birth parents, and then your bear parents.
I don't know if my birth parents are even alive or dead.
They're effectively dead.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
they exist in a superposition of dead and alive.
You hear just a low rumble.
Good lord.
Oh, okay.
That's dragon
Okay.
version of damn.
Okay, boys.
can
We're
give it a
acting.
shot.
We're acting, boys.
All right.
I don't know how you might act this out, but we will see. You see Fig, like, pretty uncomfortable being put into a completely different demeanor that she's not used to being in. But she'll step up. She'll roll her shoulders back, give a deep inhale, then exhale. Center herself for a moment, and then she'll look up at the dragon with kind of a hardened but focused stare. You already smelled that I was man, but also elfkin.
I'm gonna
It
do
is-
like a pointy ears, like with my fingers.
Galad in the back. Racist.
And Locke just nods in agreement.
I just shrug my shoulders, like, the fuck do you want me to do?
It has been, for me, a long journey of finding a belonging.
I'm just doing some
fucking interpretive dance.
I'm just doing interpretive dance right now because I have not been given anything concrete. There are no characters in this story yet.
That's why I said it might be hard to act, but Fig's just gonna do her thing. So, my earliest memory is with being raised by bears. So to that
I'm gonna
part,
do
I did.
like a bear pose.
And I'm going to shrink down like a child
So to that part,
and hug Bear Cirion.
Perhaps I did
I'm
not even.
gonna pick Malvhor up in my
Jesus
arms and like
Christ.
Sorry.
honeymoon pose. Sorry, like a honeymoon pose and kind of cradle him.
So to that point, perhaps I did not even start as man in my life. I do not know to this day who you could call real parents are. But as a child, it was Bjorn and Vigdis. And what happened later is they both passed.
I'm going to like be on my knees with Cirion laying there dead.
I'm gonna like break fall backwards, just like kind of have my hands over my heart and just fall backwards, plant my arms back like a jujitsu break fall, just play dead, just like thwack.
Bjorn was the first to go by injury.
I'm going to take out my knife and stab Cirion. No.
My
dick
mother was not too long after.
And then I'm going to cry to Locke's dead body.
Out of pure loss for her love. And it was a quick realization after losing both of them that I was alone yet again.
I'm going to take some mud. I'm just going to like put it under my eyes like war paint.
I don't know how long I spent living by myself in the woods of Greenwood.
I'm gonna get in the fetal position, kind of like by myself.
Having fought to survive on my own.
I'm just gonna mime just like eating raw animal.
You very well may know that it is a world of survival of the fittest out there. And for a young child, to others, that child may not look so fit for the world. But I managed.
I'm gonna make muscles.
and later was then found by the elves of Greenwood, where it would normally seem happy, a new journey for this child, to find a new family, to be raised by another community. And I glance back at Galad, to have a friend who is a little more like you. But the issue is that this child is one from so many different parts of the world that, with how much life has changed for her, she does not know truly where she belongs. And that became clear later when one she cared most deeply about left the Greenwood and left her behind. And to her, she was left alone once again. Only then to be set out on another part of her journey to try and discover herself and find another path. But there are already 2 worlds that this child had tried to belong in. And a part of her wondered if a 3rd attempt was going to make a difference. It is hard when life is such a constant change. It can be difficult to stay true and grounded to who you are. But the issue for this child is that she never knew who she was to begin with. And that's what she seeks. To find her and to not be abandoned any further.
A wanderer. So lonely is your road. No brood, no tribe. Such a pity. Will you ever find that which you seek?
Only time will tell.
Only in time comes for us all.
It does.
As you sort of sniffs and like exhales and sort of flings a bit of your hair back just from the exhale. Malvhor, you can go ahead and give me a performance check. The DCs
19.
have been increasing each time.
19. Should I inspiration that?
This wouldn't be a proper challenge if DCs didn't go up.
19. I'm gonna sit on that 19.
Keeping the 19. All right.
Lucky to get a 2 otherwise, so don't ask me how. It's a +8. But you manage it.
I was trying to keep that story a little to the point. A part of me was like, oh, I can keep going with it. And I was like, no.
That's not what Vig would do.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Especially, like, I'll say, as she was telling it, you guys clearly saw the deeper levels of discomfort show. And with you guys knowing Fig well enough at this rate, it's very easy to tell she's never voiced that loneliness out loud.
Ow.
An intricate tale you spin. daughter of two worlds, yet home to nowhere.
As he straightens back up.
But such is your lot in life.
Is that so?
His head swoops down and comes down to your eye level.
It is the curse of those of your kind to be trampled beneath foot. That's two.
Oh
Shit, dude.
man. Sorry, guys.
These are tough DCs. I mean, ultimately, it's the 19.
I wonder if it was a 20 then or something. Damn. Oh well.
You guys a dick. That one hurt.
Yeah.
He's a dragon.
I know.
Hey, I made him laugh.
It could have made him laugh or cry depending on his mood. Remember that.
And have you never felt so alone yourself? Without kin. Without a brood.
I am part of a brood. My kind takes flight and stretches across Middle-earth.
Have you not shared in any loss?
Long are the days where drakes went to war upon your kind and upon the elves. None now stand that could confront us again.
And do you wish things could have gone differently? Or be different now for the sake of you and your own?
All that I wish is to be buried in gold and to be entertained. Have ones like you to dance like the puppets you are. Your troubles in your life do not concern me. But on with the game, for a deal was struck, and I will honor that.
Fig will retreat, take a few steps back, head down, reserved and quiet.
You feel...
I volunteered to be vulnerable and just got middle fingered. That's great.
Yeah, the big tough, the tough lady just finally went.
I guess I'll open up.
I'll try.
You tried.
Yeah. Anyways.
Sorry. Don't make me feel bad about it.
No, it's fine. We roll with it. We keep
make
going.
you feel bad. Because you made us feel bad.
I didn't do shit. I didn't tell the story.
Hey, clearly the story may have not worked on the dragon, but clearly worked on you guys.
Yeah, it's the dragon's.
Yeah, there's there's character development behind it.
There is. I'm enjoying it, and I'm also like, well, fuck.
I'm just concerned that the dragon's gonna try to eat us.
I know. I'm kind of like, well.
It's fine. We've got our all halfling party plus a dwarf.
We're 2 for 2.
If we all get roasted.
Yes, I'm ready for this.
2 wins, 2 losses.
Oh yeah, Brian didn't know that in chat the one session all of us said that our next characters were halflings.
Everyone already has a halfling concept except for Kevin, and we said that Kevin has to be the dwarf to be the one to get the stuff off of high shelves.
Yeah, so So we were like in the car once, and Brian was like, "Oh, I don't know what like next campaign could look like, or blah blah blah, something or other." And I was like, "Oh, we do." And he was like, "Why? What?" And I said, "We're all gonna be halflings." And he was like, "What?"
Far flung from here across lands of civilization, mountains are risen with halos of water and tongues of wood. Skin of stone and long they've stood. Their fingers short reach to the sky. Inside their heart.
Z cocks ahead over towards Cirion and Malvhor.
Men live and die. What am I?
Fingers short. He singled out men.
All men live and die.
Castle?
I don't feel too hot about castle.
What were the other parts?
Halo of water, a moat. Hung of wood.
Oh.
Drawbridge.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right.
The short fingers into the sky of stone.
Yeah.
It's like parapets.
Yeah.
And inside their heart, men live and die.
That makes sense to me.
Is that an agreement across everybody? Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, let's go, Locke. Let's go, Locke. Let's go, Locke.
Actually, writing down the thing helps. You're
It
not
does.
wrong.
It really does.
That's a beautiful play on words.
Last chance. Last story. I'm conflicted. I know not what sort of story I wish to hear. Tell me something more of your travels. Something exciting, something that will make me long for plains and fields far from here.
Then, my liege, don't I have a story for you? You see, it begins with an ill child. An ill child that is close to a group of adventurers who find themselves in need of a cure. But there is no cure to be found, for this illness is new and unknown. It cannot be cured by the simple hands of man. So they strike out into the heart of darkness, into lands forgotten by light, to seek the one who laid this sickness upon the child. Climbing high into cliffs that pierce and split the sky. These adventurers traversed ancient forgotten places where a creature from long ago, long forgotten by the men of today reside. And it is only by sheer luck and dire skill that they make it through these caverns unscathed, only to come out onto the other side, where a fortress of darkness stands, the one who cursed to the child. Through silver tongue and clever ploy, they find their way in, and they parley with the leader of this fort. And the leader says, this figure of darkness, this mouth of sin, spouts that they will only lift the curse if these adventurers do a favor for them. Surrounded on all sides by foes, these adventurers cannot dream or hope to best them in combat. They despair that they must follow through with this favor. What is the favor, they ask? It is to travel far across the world, far across this Middle Earth, to lands of green, where an ancient enemy resides. An ancient enemy both parties share. The Lord of Vampires. The party quickly agrees, thinking that surely it cannot be too evil to dispatch one born of such darkness. And they set out, months, journeys, traveling through marshes and plains and cliffs, seeing thunderous waterfalls until eventually they reach the thick forest of the Greenwood, where this creature lies in wait. Upon searching for their lair, they discover a mountain, a maw of shadow, and upon descent into it, they are swarmed with bats. And eventually they come to the peak where they come face to face with the vampire lord themselves, where they find out it has all been a ploy between the Dark Lord and the vampire from the beginning. One to lure the adventurers here, to trap them, and they are engaged in a fight for their lives. And unfortunately, not all make it through, and at the end of the battle, although they are triumphant, they are left to bury their fallen. But at the end of the day, they have fulfilled their end of the bargain, and they return once again to this Dark Lord, who agrees to hold up his end of the bargain. After all, they were successful in slaying this foe. And the curse from the child is lifted, but at a great cost. But at the end of their travels, they have traveled far and wide and have seen mountains and forests and swamps and cliffs and waterfalls. They have met ancient horrors and lost dear friends. But at the end of the journey, they succeeded. Against all odds, they saved the life of a single human child. Some may consider meaningless in the grand scheme of things. But to these people, it meant everything. Sorry, I just sort of took the stage there and ran with it.
You're fine.
Quite the odyssey.
As he brandishes his teeth.
An arc filled with such conflict and a resolution in the grand eyes of the world. Something so small yet significant to some. Will time be kind to the story? Will it be told differently in decades to come? I wonder. I wonder.
Go ahead and give me a performance check.
Oh boy. I wish
Oh my gosh.
those who participated could give what?
My God.
I'm gonna burn inspiration.
I mean,
Because, I mean,
yeah.
that's probably a fail anyway.
Yeah. If it was last time.
So it's either gonna fail by mole or it's gonna succeed, right? I'm not losing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
There we go.
First
Finally.
time for
Natural 20
everything.
for a 28.
Yay!
Total of 28.
Damn.
DC's 30.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. A total of 28.
Yeah. That's literally the best I could do. Oh no. He switched to a battle map.
Fuck.
Fuck.
As you see, he sort of lingers there in that thought and rears up, and he pulls back his neck and outstretches his wings once more and lets out another yawn.
Such tiny ants march through these lands on a journey of their own, of a new story to tell.
Bye, guys.
That token is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great burning us alive.
Oh, Cirion, you better fight back like a dragon.
Also, I can't believe I rolled 3 19s in a row.
I know, that's
It's
crazy.
It's pretty impressive.
While your wit was not as impressive with the riddles you did pull through, but brains are hardly the aspect that tastes the best. Though your stories, I feel like the journey you're on will be something to hear in the future. You may continue on your path.
He faked us out.
He just wanted to show us the token.
He.
And freak us out.
What?
I'm still full from last night's feast. And you were entertaining enough to rouse me this morning. Though, if we do cross again, I'm sure it will be under very different circumstances. I bid you farewell, travelers. May you see this current story to its conclusion.
Thank you for allowing us passage through your lands. And your graciousness knows no bounds, my liege. May your belly be full when the sun sets.
It was an interesting morning for you to have graced your presence here, Malvhor of Gondor. Fig, Cirion, and Locke. And we shan't forget the Uruk back there, shall we? Carry on before I change my mind.
Onwards and upwards. Let's go.
Yep.
No dilly
Here we go.
dally.
Hey, my phrase is still carrying to the end of this session.
As you quickly remount your horses.
Yeah,
and
Fig is basically
skedaddle.
the first to mount and go. Without a word, she just hops up and just.
I think I lost 5 years on my life from the stress of that.
You're still okay, Malvhor. At this point, the fact you're still sitting here, and having this conversation with us, tells us it couldn't have been more than one. You can't have 5 left.
You know, I'm gonna start a list. I'm gonna, you know what? Even I'm gonna add this to the feats of Fig.
As you all travel on in the next few days, probably doubling your pace initially to get as far away from this dragon as possible. But in the next few days, you do begin to see the green horizon of the forest that caresses the Sea of Ruin in the northeast. There is a looming dark storm cloud rolling in from the east, which seems odd. That's not how weather works. Though the area does seem to be a bit more choked and blotted from light, almost like a looming threat of nighttime, though still bringing in some sort of natural light. The forest itself appears green and vibrant, but the closer you get, you notice it does take on a hue of autumn-changing leaves and colorations. But the ground you get close to, you feel to see the landscape begin to take on a sickly dead of plants that dot the landscape, either from poor weather, poor harvest, or weather or the change of season. Hard to be sure. But you have arrived at the forest, knowing that your next step is to locate this temple, this structure. And that's where we're going to end the night. As you all survived the audience with the dragon, his game, you all level up.
Oh! That is a surprise.
Yeah, that was a big encounter.
Yeah, if it would have come down to combat, I don't know if we would have survived.
I'm glad.
Interesting.
I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I waited for him to finish speaking, because as it kept going and you were pulling up the map, I was like, I should probably just say Fig rages and attacks at this rate. But I let it go. I was very close to just seeing what would happen because she got shot.
Can I redo my hit point roll, please? God
Only if it's a natural one.
No, I know the rules.
I try to leave beats in my narration specifically to see, is anybody going to make a decision? Is anybody going to do something?
I was very
And that's not
close.
to say you can't interrupt me. You can always interrupt me and be like, you know what, fuck this monologue, I'm hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. That's something you could do. But yeah, if you would have made the jump, that would have definitely turned it.
I was.
You should have just crawled inside his throat and turned into a bear.
Yeah, no, I was very close because she just got shat on.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Like, we started off on a high.
Yeah.
The middle was a low, and then we ended on a high.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's not an inner tornado right now of emotion.
Yeah, and just for like your guys' own like sanity of like why those DCs ended up potentially so high is because they were also rising on the riddle check side. But
yeah, sure,
going through and using the riddles, they were also feeding off one another.
Oh no, that all makes sense, and I like it. It was just interesting how it went.
Yeah,
is
what it is.
Having performance proficiency.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, this is
improvement.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, this is an audience phase. Odds are it's going to be charisma based for a lot of it. The riddles are its own thing, so I need to prepare for that. Plus, it's a dragon. I mean, Smog and Bilbo were definitely a different tone.
Yeah, that was really well done. It was a lot of fun.
I loved it. I loved it a lot.
That was tense as hell. It was good, like in a good way.
My one regret is I didn't have battle bards.
Our proficiency bonus went up.
Did it really?
Yeah. 4. We're at 4.
No.
Think, do I?
What level are you, Nick?
I just.
This would be 8 for me.
Oh.
It's 9.
Is it supposed to be 9?
Yeah.
It should be
Yes.
9.
You must have missed a level up earlier. So you get 2 level ups. Congratulations, Locke.
Hey!
That means 5d6 sneak attack and hide in shadows now.
I'm still a fucking glass cannon.
What are your hit points?
62.
My new hit points are 63. So
I still feel like there are worse glass cannons, but
and
Now,
now
better ones.
my persuasion is now a plus 13. And my performance is a plus 9. And my investigation is a plus 11.
And you're still gonna roll shit.
I know, right? I need these huge bonuses.
I can't find. There it is. Let's see.
Yeah,
let's see. Let's see.
you guys were 1 failed check away from a fight.
Yeah, I bet.
God.
Also, I'll let you know that a natural 1 on any of those was an immediate fight.
Oh.
Didn't matter what it was going to be. So if you did a riddle check and it was a natural 1, he would have just launched at you right there. But you didn't even use the riddle checks.
Yeah, so it's better. The odds are better to not roll the riddle checks then, because less chances of rolling a natural 1.
Right, in theory. But I would be somewhat lenient on those riddle checks because 1, I don't think anyone's proficient in them. And 2, I know riddles aren't everyone's thing. So
I think those were pretty solid riddles.
Yeah.
Thank you, Internet, because I'm trash at writing them. So
You delivered them great.
I had to.
The castle one's the only one that I'd ever actually heard of, and I had to read. Like that's why I wrote it. And when I read it, I'm like, oh wait, I've heard this one before.
I had to take liberties with them, but at their core, they were other people's, whom
That's
I can't
fine.
credit because there's no author behind them. So.
I mean, I'm sure almost all of these collectively are older than we are collectively.
Probably. I was trying to look up like good Tolkien and Middle Earth riddles, and all you get are the riddles from The Hobbit between Gollum and Bilbo. And I'm like, well, I'm not using any of these.
That's why my literal initial take, like upon hearing your very first one, I was like, is this just another twist on the time one?
No,
thankfully we didn't go with that.
Yeah, no. So, but yeah, you should all be level 9. So we'll see what happens next week as you guys start trudging into the forest and looking for Palando. Or
Palando.
Just start calling him Romastamo, please.
Palando. Palando. What if he just starts dancing when we find him?
Please.
We're gonna find the mouth of Sauron with a couple of glow sticks, just like at a rave.
I just picture
feel like if you guys
Suavemonte
find
Ganondorf just dancing in the background.
I feel like if you guys walk in and you find Palando just dancing, you would be so pissed. Like, we didn't need to come fucking rescue this guy. What the fuck?
We had to deal with a dragon because of this.
Yeah. You're gonna
We just
grab
come
him
in,
by
we
the
see-
scruff of his beard and be like, you know the shit we went through for your fucking ass?
We're not
Saving
walking this
Private
way
Ry-
on the way back.
Saving Private Ryan levels of pissed off. Like we went through boot camp. He's like, "Hey, you guys came save me."
Yep.
Anyway, that's all for us tonight. We'll be back again on Friday for some Baldur's Gate 3. Beyond that, if you
Bald Man Gate.
watched... What?
Bald Man Gate.
Yes. There's 1 hour left to qualify for our subscriber giveaway. So if you're interested, go ahead and drop us a little subby-doo here on Discord, fucking Twitch, God Almighty, and you'll be automatically entered. That's it. That's all I got. Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Stay proficient.